Hello students, previous class we discussed about function and different types of functions. There we discussed some functions and their graphs. We discussed polynomial functions, and in particular for f of x equal to x square. In particular, f of x equal to x square, it is a quadratic polynomial because the degree of the polynomial is 2. How to draw the graph of the polynomial we discussed in the previous class, and also domain of the function, range, codomain also we discussed there. And after then one homework was there, and question was how to draw the graph of f of x equal to x cube. F of x equal to x cube is a cubic polynomial. There question was to draw the graph. So I think all of you have done, it was very easy. So let us draw this. If those who have done it is okay, you can check. Those who have not done, let us draw this. Let us take the values of here. F of x equal to x cube implies in place of f of x we can write y equal to x cube. So here x is the independent variable, y is the dependent variable. So let us take some values of x. So minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. Then based upon x, let us find some values of y. When x equal to minus 2, then y is here x, this is y. Y equal to f of x equal to x cube. So y x equal to, for x equal to minus 2, your y value will be minus 2 power 3, that is minus 8. When x equal to minus 1, y will be minus 1 power 3, that is minus 1. When x equal to 0, y equal to 0 cube, that is 0. When x equal to 1, y is 1 cube, that is 1. When x equal to 2, y is 2 cube, that is 8. Now based on this data, let us draw the graph. Let us draw the graph using the Cartesian coordinate system, that is x-axis, y-axis, and intersecting each other at origin. Let us take the values of x first in x-axis. So this is 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Then some values of y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is say 8. Similarly here, this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. This is minus 8. Now your first point, x is minus 2, y is minus 8. So minus 2, minus 8. Your first point in the plane, that is x value is minus 2. So where x value is minus 2, here x is minus 2. When x is minus 2, y is minus 8. So minus 2, minus 8, y is negative below x-axis. So minus 8 here. So when x is minus 2, y is minus 8. At this point, now next is when x is minus 1, y is also minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So where minus 1, x value minus 1 is here. When x is minus 1, y is also minus 1. So this point. Then similarly another point is 0, 0. Then 0, 0 is nothing but the origin itself. Then 1, 1. When x is 1, y is also 1. X is 1, y is 1. Then next is 2, 8. When x is 2, y is 8 here. X is 2, y is 8. Now let us join the points. If you join the points using your free hand, then you will get the graph of the function f of x equal to x square, sorry, x cube, which is a cubic function. So this is the graph of f of x equal to x cube. Now in this case, the graph is passing through the origin, it's a curve, And if you want to find the domain of the function, so what will be the domain of this function? Now for which value of x, y exists, that is the domain. If you collect all the values of x for which y exists, then that x values, all the possible values of x, if you collect it, that is just said, that is nothing but the domain of the function. So for all values of x you can find y. So domain of the function is nothing but your real number set of real number r. Now what are the possible values of y when x belongs to r? When your domain is r, means you will take the values of x from this domain, that means from the set of real number. What are the possible values of y? So those possible values of y is nothing but your range of the function. So range of the function, that is, see here, whenever you are taking the values of x, you are getting the values of y. If you will take also here decimal number, accordingly you can get. So range of the function will be also same, that is real number set. So in this case, both domain and range of the function is set of real number. Now those who have not done, you can solve this. After then, we will discuss also previous class we discussed what type of function, other function, that is rational function we discussed, and we discussed the graph of the rational function, that is rational function, that means f of x equal to px by qx. So previous class we have discussed one function, particularly we have taken f of x equal to 1 by x. There we discussed the graph of the function. After then domain of the function we also discussed, and range of the function is also discussed. So next we will discuss our next type of function, that is your modulus function. So what is a modulus function? As usual, we have to define the function from a domain set to a codomain set. So a function f from set of real number r to set of real number r, defined by f of x equal to x mod for x belongs to this domain set, x belongs to set of real number r, is called modulus function. Okay. Also mathematically we can define this function in other ways, means how to get this modulus value. So f of x equal to x mod, f of x equal to x mod. Previously you know this x mod is also called the absolute value of x. So this absolute value of x, this function is can be redefined in other way, that means it is x if x greater than equal to 0, it is minus x if x is less than 0. Why it is defined like this? For example, if you want to find the value of, say, x equal to negative number, positive number, x greater than equal to 0, means x is a positive number, say 5. If x equal to 5, what is modulus of x? So as per the definition, modulus x equal to x if x is greater than or equal to 0. So here x equal to 5, that means 5 is greater than 0. So modulus x will be x. That means mod x will be x, that means 5. So x mod, that is 5 mod, it is 5. You can read it as modulus of x or absolute value of x also you can read. Then in particular if x equal to 0, so mod x, that is 0 mod, is as per the definition mod x equal to x if either x greater than 0 or x equal to 0. So here x exactly equal to 0, so mod x means 0 mod, so this will be 0. The next is if x is negative. If x is negative, what is your x mod? As per the definition, suppose x equal to minus 5 say, then mod x will be, mod x is definition minus x, so that means minus 5 magnitude or absolute value, so it will be minus, definition is minus x, so minus x, x is, what is your x here, x is minus 5, so minus of minus 5, that means plus 5. So whatever value you will take for this x belongs to the your set of real number, you will get the y value, means mod x value is always a positive number or 0. See here, absolute value is either 0 or positive number. So for this reason your mod x is defined like this. So if x is positive or 0, mod x value is x. If x is negative, mod x is minus x, because x is negative, so minus of minus that negative quantity, so it will be obviously positive quantity. Okay, so based on this, what will be your domain and range? Find out. It is very easy. As defined here, domain of the function, we have defined f from r to r, so domain of the function is obviously r, and whatever value you will take for x from this domain set, what values you will get for y, we will get the y value either positive or 0. So domain of the function is set of real number, and range of the function is positive real number, because always the value of y, that means modulus of a number or absolute value of a number, it is always positive. So range of the function is r plus. R plus also union 0, sorry, r plus union 0. Why 0? Because 0 is also included when in the range also we are getting the values, the magnitude of 0 or absolute value of 0 is 0. So therefore range is your r plus union 0, or you can write otherwise also using interval concept. That means this is 0, 0 is included, so it is closed interval 0 to infinite, open interval. Now if you want to draw the graph of this function, how to draw the graph of this function is very easy. You can draw, try to find this. So here f of x equal to x magnitude implies y equal to x magnitude. So take a table, draw a table, take some values of x, then accordingly find the values of y. So as usual you can take minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 for the values of x. So when x equal to minus 2, x equal to minus 2, what is your y value, magnitude or absolute value, or mod of minus 2, that is 2. Similarly mod of minus 1, 1, mod of 0, 0, mod of 1, 1, mod of 2, 2. Now taking all these values, if you will draw the graph, so what you will get, see, here x axis x o x dash, this is y o y dash, this is 1 2 3 4, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3, this is 1 2 3, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3. Now when x is minus 2, y is 2, x is minus 2, y is 2, this point. When x is minus 1, y is 1, minus 1, 1, this point. When x is 0, y is 0, this point. When x is 1, y is 1, 1, 1, this point. Now when x is 2, y is 2, this point. Now if you join this graph, what you will get here? Draw the graph using straight lines. So you will get a graph, like V-shaped graph. So passing through the origin, So this is the graph of the absolute value function. Next, we will draw another type of function, that is signum function, then greatest integer function. we have to define and simultaneously find the graph and rates in our next class. Okay, read this, go through this. If any doubt, you can post in comments. If if you have not subscribed my channel, you subscribe my channel. Thank you everybody.